Check it out, guys. So it's currently about 3:20 on the East Coast, so we're in the middle of power hour pretty much, and the markets have been coming down pretty aggressively throughout the day. And mind you, we're still in the green right now. We have the Russell up 1.2, same with the NASDAQ. The S&P's up 0.7, the Dow's up 0.2, so we're still up all across the board, but we were up a lot more earlier in the day, and you guys can see SPY's down from 393 to about 388, so it's down about 1.3% from the intraday high, and we have triple Q down. Let's take a look here from 297, almost 298, down to now $294. It is down 1.2% from the intraday high. So we're going to break down the charts here, guys, see what's going on SPY, on triple Q, and we'll talk about the overall market, some stocks that are moving, and what I'm looking to do. So if you all find value, hit the like button, make sure to subscribe, and don't forget to get up to 17 stocks from Moomoo. All the details are linked down below. We'll talk more about that later in the video, and with that being said, let's dive into it. So like I said, guys, we're down pretty much 1.3% across the S&P and the NASDAQ here from the intraday highs, and we can see there's no signs really of a reversal to the upside here as we're about 40 minutes away from the close. You guys can see we just hit on the intraday chart here. We hit a fresh lower low just 5 minutes ago. No joke here on triple Q. We hit 293, 293.50. Now we're at 294, so we're still in this downtrend with a fresh lower low that was just hit. And SPY, let me pull this up on the intraday, same exact thing, right? We just hit 200, or rather 387 at about 315. That was no joke 5 minutes ago, and the previous low was at 388. That was hit at 215, 220 roughly. So we're clearly making lower lows, lower highs, and right now, both on SPY and triple Q, we are seeing a little bit of a relief rally. You guys see that here, a little bit of a relief rally, but honestly, guys, like I said, the trend, downtrend is still intact. As of now, I don't think this rally is going to have any legs to it. In fact, we're already getting rejected right at about 388.50 on SPY here at the moving average on the 1-day, 1-minute chart, and we're seeing a rejection on triple Q as well, right at about, let's see here, 295, right under this 50 moving average. So to me, guys, what it looks like is, and mind you, we're still green all across the board, like I said, but like I mentioned this morning in my earlier video where we broke down CPI, all this really looks like is a dead cat bounce, at least as of now. As of now, it looks like a dead cat bounce across triple Q, SPY, the Russell, you name it. All this looks like is, for the third time, like I said, a dead cat bounce. And we can see the Russell's really taking a beating. I mean, look at this, guys. Well, it's still up on the day, but we had a huge run this morning to about 1,800 points on the Russell. Now it's at 1,760. It is down over 2.3% from the intraday high. That's a pretty big drop here intraday on the Russell. And to me, guys, it looks like it's going back to test the lows being in the lower 1700s. So this is not looking good. The VIX is down on the day as well, 6%. So this is not looking good for the bulls, guys. It looks like the bears are starting to gain more control here as we're heading into the close. And the VIX has also come up a good amount. If you guys look at the VIX here, it's still down 6%, so it's still down on the day. But earlier in the day, it was down 15%. Actually, at one point, it was almost down 20%. So the VIX was down a lot. Now it's starting to rebound back to the mid-20s. At one point, it was at 22. Now it's pushing 25. So we're starting to see volatility kick back up. And yesterday, you guys probably remember, if you watch the videos, you know this for sure. So if you haven't been seeing the videos, hit that subscribe button, guys. Yesterday, we were at 31, almost 31 points on the VIX. So yeah, it is starting to creep back up here. We have the metals creeping up as well. Silver's up 0.1. Gold's still down a little bit, but still, it's over 1,900 an ounce. And we have crude oil. If I pull that up here, guys, crude oil is down almost 5%. Yeah, it's falling through the floor right now, guys. We're noticing it's pushing the bottom of this channel on the 4-hour chart, which you guys know if you've been watching this YouTube channel. We've been talking about this for months. We've been trading between 70 to about 82 a barrel. Now look at where we are. We're at 70 a barrel. It looks like we're going to maybe go under that point, and I wouldn't be surprised, quite frankly, if we were to go under that point like I talked about in my video yesterday. So Yeah, markets are green. We're looking pretty decent, but the bears are gaining momentum heading into close, which is not the best setup heading into tomorrow. That's not the setup that you want to see heading into tomorrow. At least if you're, from the bullish perspective. Sure, if you're a bear, this is the best setup for you. You want to see this setup. But again, if you're a bull, you don't want to see this. So what do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. As always, I'd love to know where your head's at. And if you haven't gotten up to 17 stocks yet for Moomoo, what are you waiting for? It's literally free money. Use that link down below or go to StockSurfS.com/Moomoo. Once you open up an account, right off the bat, you get 1 free share of stock. If you deposit at least $100, you get another 4 free shares of stock plus 2 shares of either ticker symbol AI or BBAI. So that's 7 stocks if you deposit at least $100. And if you deposit at least $1,000, you get another 10 stocks, totaling 17 free stocks. And of course, it also helps out the channel. I appreciate you guys as always. So don't forget to get your free stocks linked down below. And with that being said, let's talk about some stocks here that are moving, which are the regional bank stocks that got destroyed. And no, they're not recovering all their losses, but a lot of these are going through the roof today. We have FRC, which is First Republic Bank. This is up 22% today. It's at $38, guys. And yesterday we hit a low of $17. That is unbelievable. You guys can see it right here. So from yesterday's low, First Republic Bank has essentially doubled up and some. It went from 17 all the way to $55. That's actually a 3x. This thing tripled from 17 to $55. Now it's at 37 and still up over 100% from the low yesterday. And mind you, it's still on a downtrend, so don't get too excited yet. But it looks like the fears, the worries of contagion, they're dying off for now. And of course, this is still very fresh news, but for now, the fears are dying off and we're getting a little bit of a relief rally. But again, we're still in a downtrend, guys. We're still well within the downtrend. So really all this is like what we're seeing in the overall stock market, right? This is a dead cat bounce on First Republic Bank. And if we get more news, worse news around these banks, don't be surprised if we do see this thing collapse again. But as of now, we're getting the, relief rally, the recovery bounce, the dead cat bounce, whatever you want to call it. And we're seeing that with a lot of these other, companies out there. Charles Schwab is another one that got hit very aggressively. And a lot of people were asking me, Stas, what are your thoughts on Schwab? Should I buy it? Should I do this? Should I do that? And first of all, I'm not a financial advisor, so I can't tell you what to do. I can't tell you what to buy. But I think the sell-off on Charles Schwab was a little bit overblown. This is a company that was a great company, still is a great company in my opinion, and the share value just got tied up in all this craziness, right? And of course, it could get worse for these stocks. Who knows what the future holds, but I think Charles Schwab in particular, it's a stronger institution, and maybe we'll do a video on it, go through the balance sheet and look at the financial statements and so forth. But I think this sell-off was a little bit overblown on Charles Schwab, and this could be a one worth looking at if you want to maybe gamble on the short term of these banks, right? Of these institutions that maybe you want to gamble on, one of them or some of them that you think the sell-off got a little overblown, which I think in this case, Charles Schwab is one of those. Although full disclosure, I have not bought it yet. I'm not telling you guys what to buy. I'm just saying from what I've seen here briefly, what analysis I've done briefly, Charles Schwab, I think is going to be just fine. That's just my opinion. So that's one that's rebounding today. It's up 11%. Again, we talked about FRC. That's up 22%. We have some of the other ones. What was the other one called? Washington Trust Bancorp. This one got destroyed. This is still down. Actually, no, this wasn't it. Was it Washington? Wait, that's Washington Mutual. That's the one from years and years ago, right? Never mind. That's not the one, right? Sorry, guys. Let's see. What else here? It was Western Alliance. That's what it was. Let me pull that up. Western Alliance Bancorp. This one's still down, but it has recovered massively from the lows. You guys can see it's down 3.5% on the day right now. But if I pull up the 5-day, man, you'll see this. It was at $7.50 yesterday. That's insane. Now it's at 25. At one point, it was at $40, in the beginning of the day. So this would have been a great gamble. Now looking back, of course, with hindsight being 2020, this would have been a great gamble to pick up a little bit of Western Alliance at maybe $10, $12, $13, and of course ride it up to 30, 35. But again, hindsight's 2020. Who the heck knows what this is going to do? Or nobody knew what it was going to do yesterday. And here we are. It saw a huge rally, and now it's starting to dump into close. It's down now 6%. So we'll see, guys. We'll see how these end up doing. Of course, the other ones that actually got seized by the FDIC, we're talking Silicon Valley Bank. These are still halted, right? They're not trading right now. This thing is at $33. If it was still trading, it would probably be near $0. We have, what's the other one? What is it? Signature Bank of New York. What the heck is the ticker on that? SBNY, I think. Yeah, this one's not trading right now. It's at 65, or last time it was trading, it was at $70. If this was still trading, it would be destroyed right now through the gutter. So a lot of these stocks are being halted, right? Some of them are going under, but a good amount of them are rebounding, and I think the fears were a bit overblown, especially with banks like, or companies like Charles Schwab. I think that one will be a decent recovery play. Heck, I might even buy some shares. I haven't done it yet, full disclosure, but I might do that at some point in the future here. So we also got news from AMC. They're going to be doing a reverse stock split, and the stock's down 16% on that news. And on top of that, AMC is going to be converting some APE shares into common company shares, and I think roughly 88% of the shareholders voted for this, in favor of this. Let's see here. Preliminary results for Tuesday's meeting show that the APE conversion proposal passed with 978 million votes, or 88% of those that were, that were cast, right? The votes that were casted. And again, the 10-for-1 reverse split. So AMC now is falling through the floor here on this news. Not only are we breaking the channel that we have drawn out here, but we're also taking out the lows from the middle of February, and we're also well under the moving averages, which we were already well under the moving averages. Now it's looking even worse, and we're about to get potentially a death cross here at any moment, which is whenever the 50 SMA crosses under the 180 SMA, or whenever a smaller time moving average crosses under a larger time moving average, right? In this case, that's not good. That's not a good sign. This thing is collapsing. And to be honest, guys, who knows, man? Maybe it goes to the threes, the mid threes before the reverse split goes through. Either way, it's back in penny stock status as of today. Anything under $5 is a penny stock. And as of today, AMC is back under $5. So I'd be very careful with this thing, man. I'd be very careful with a lot of these meme stocks out there that are getting destroyed. Bed Bath & Beyond is another one. It's now down another 8%, about to go under $1, guys. That's pretty crazy. GameStop today is pretty much holding flat, but still it's in the teens. It's right by the lows here from a couple months ago, from early January. That's probably going to break, if I were to guess. If I had to guess, we're probably going to break that $15 level. So yeah, guys, those are some thoughts on the overall markets, the bank stocks, my breakdown on a bunch of charts. If you all enjoy the video and you like the way I break down charts, make sure to check out the Patreon. If you want all the charts that I post throughout the day, thoughts throughout the day, they're on Patreon. You also get one-on-one access to me on there. You can also see me build out my Patreon portfolio, which I started from scratch, and I'm showing you guys how to build the portfolio up to however big it gets, and I'm showing you guys every move I make, full transparency, no BS. It's all on Patreon. So check it out, link down below. Don't forget to also get up to 17 stocks for Moomoo. All the details are also linked down below. And with that being said, I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.